Good morning all, welcome aboard. I'm on my first ever work commute today, first time I've ever commuted to work on the motorbike. It's bank holiday Monday, I'm only at work 6 hours today. So I thought, weather's reasonable, why not? I'll go into work on the bike and yeah, have a nice ride in. Now it is the first time I've ever, like I say, ridden to work on the bike, and some people, well, people that have got bikes and probably people without that are just thinking about getting bikes will think that's a bit strange, because you think, well, you've got a bike, yeah, and you've got a car. Which one would you rather take into work? Obviously, you know, if it's nice weather, a bike springs to mind. But it's just something I've never done. I think it's because usually I'm working quite long hours, and British weather can change. You know, it can be sort of glorious in the morning and then snowing in the afternoon. So I've never sort of, you know, wanted to drive in and then almost be stranded. Well, not stranded, but have a bit of a tetchy ride home in the pouring rain or the snow or the ice or whatever else the weather wants to do. Also, I'm sure it's something that you get used to, but it's been a bit of a faff sorting this out. I mean, I've had to, I'm sort of wearing my work trousers at least under my leathers, which is quite restrictive. You know, I've got sort of like a backpack with my shoes in, and yeah, just sorting the work gear out. It's fairly easy because when you're in the car, because you just sort of throw everything in, and you've got it then for all day. But it has been a bit of a faff sorting the bike out, but I'm sure that's something you get used to as you get into a bit of a routine with it. And because it's been a little bit of a faff, I was slightly late setting off this morning than I would have set off in the car. So instead of having a leisurely ride in, I'm sort of under a little bit of pressure now to get to work on time. And you could argue that, oh well, that's no problem, because you can set off later because you miss all the traffic when you're on a bike. But in all honesty, I don't really hit a lot of traffic on way to work anyway. It's this sort of roads, you know, it's not traffic lights, not roundabouts, just sort of these country roads, which is great for riding, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't really give me a time benefit over the car, if that makes sense. And also, I actually checked the weather yesterday to make sure that it were going to be semi-okay. You know, we're just in May now, but it's not exactly warm. I wouldn't say it was cold either. It's just right today, to be fair. But I had to check that on the weather report. You know, all these little things go into me commuting to work on the bike, and I get that the people that do this every day, you know, I see them when I'm in car, same bikes going past me every day, to and from work, no matter the weather. I get to those people, you know, that sounds really ridiculous, but to me that's always been, you know, a bit of a ideal weather rider. It's just another something to think about. Now, having said all that, they're sort of my thoughts on what I used to think when contemplating riding to work, and sort of to justify to myself why I've not been riding to work. But putting all that aside, I actually think about this in car yesterday when I were on the way to work. And putting all that aside, there's so many benefits. I mean, yesterday, for argument's sake, I'm just coming down this road, same road, not concentrating, just, you know, trundling along in the car, listening to radio, and my mind is almost, I can feel myself switching off before I get to work, so that when I do get to work, I'm like almost tired just from the drive in. And it's not particularly exhausting, but what I mean to say is there's nothing really exciting me on the way to work, that gets me going, gets me blood going, and then I'm pumped up to go to work, Whereas today, well, I'm making a nice little video, I'm on the bike, I'm having a lovely ride in, I'm sort of excited I'm excited on my way to work, and that will have an effect when I get into work, and I'll be, I'll feel just that little bit more alive, I think. Well, that's what I'm hoping. But I must say, it's certainly a more enjoyable journey in on the bike. I mean, to come down, especially on this route, I mean, look at these views. And yeah, I get these in the car, don't get me wrong, but they just look so much nicer when you've got the wind hitting you and you're out in the open air. Makes all the difference. I think I'm going to be alright for time today, actually. I have actually seemed to have got here quicker on the bike, although I've not done anything that I wouldn't have been able to do in my car, really. Must have just fallen lucky. I think the main benefit of coming into work on your bike, especially for me, I mean, I really do love riding. I love being out on two wheels. But I work all the time. I mean, bleeding hell, it was Sunday yesterday I was at work. It's bank holiday Monday today, I'm at work. I work a lot. So I don't always get time to go out on the bike, so it's a really good chance just to have this nice ride in, and I think that's the main positive behind it, actually being able to do something that I enjoy on the way to work, and knowing that I can sort of spend that day at work and do the same thing on the way home. Brilliant. So to summarise, because I realise this has been a really lengthy way of getting my point across. To summarise, I'm going to start biking to work a little bit more often. Not all the time, don't get me wrong, not all the time at all. But maybe the odd occasion on a weekend, maybe. When I'm not there all day, when I have an early finish at 5 o'clock. Or when it's nice coming into summer now, when you're almost guaranteed a good day. I think I might just ride in the odd occasion. Anyway, if you've made it this far, well done. Don't really know what I were hoping for with the video today. I just thought I'd get my thoughts across, mumble on. But thanks for watching, and let me know what your thoughts are. Ooh, nice. Do you ride to work yourself? Do you get into that routine? Do you do it often? Do you do it every day? Yeah, that's about it. I'll see you next one, guys. See you later.